Greetings, YouTubians, and welcome back to Wayne Sharp World, where we have come to our first Monday in November, meaning it's that time of the week again, Wayne Sharp Week, highlighting the knives that are going to be in my pocket for the next 5 or 6 days. Now, before I get into this, I'd like to thank my sponsors up here. Without them, it'd be very hard to do what I do, and I really appreciate their help and support of this channel. So if you guys can, check them out, DLT Trading, Mojave Outdoor, and White Mountain Knives. Give them their business if you can. They're great people, great companies, and really retailers that want to be part of the community. There's a lot of knife retailers out there selling knives. Some of them are 100% in the business of selling knives, which, I mean, these companies are too, but they're also, they're more engaging with the knife community, and they really support the knife community and want to be a part of it. So 3 great retailers here to check out. I'll have all 3 of them linked below. Now, let's get into it. Let's take a look at the knives that are going to be in my pocket this week. And we're going to start off with one that is a carryover from last week. That is the WE Knives Black Void Opus. And guys, every time I put this one in my pocket, I really do forget just how much I like it. It is a great little size. It's a perfect gentleman's carry. It's a very smooth, fidgety knife with a unique grind, having that chisel grind on there, meaning this side here is completely flat, and then on this side you have, I believe it is a flat grind, flat grind going into that, and it just makes for a very unique cutting experience. And it does slice a little differently than my other knives, and it does slice. This is definitely a slicey guy. Edge coming in around 16, 17 thousandths, and it does some really good work for you. On top of that, you have impeccable fit and finish from WE, from the carbon fiber inlay to the titanium handle, all the contouring and knockdown smooth edges. It's just a great piece. It's one that you carry it in your pocket around the office or anywhere you're working. It looks a little more like a pen with the pocket clip. Very, very easy to deploy that knife, that blade, whether it be the reach around or your traditional thumb front flip or top flip, top flip, front flip, kind of the same thing. This one is actually kind of in the middle. It's definitely more on the front, but it's not a true top flipper. Kind of got the little mohawk going there for where the jimping is, which is very, very good jimping indeed. Works fantastically, feels good, just super smooth, an excellent knife, and one that I don't ever really see leaving my collection. I really, really, really enjoy this one, and I just don't carry it enough, so I'm changing that. So back-to-back weeks with the Black Void Opus in the pocket. Now, next up, carrying that WE got me to thinking, you know what, there's another WE knife that I don't carry enough, and it is a very good one, and that is the WE Snex Mini Buster. And this, to me, in my opinion, is one of the most unique knives WE has ever made. This was a collaboration with Snex. I don't know, I'm assuming most or many of you guys probably know this. Snex is obviously a knife designer, does a lot of CNC work with his knives. I believe he's somewhere over in Europe. I don't know exactly where he's located, but he makes extremely expensive custom knives. They get upwards of $7,000 to $10,000 for a knife. And while that sounds crazy to some, again, keep in mind it is an art, a craft. It's not just a thing when you're making a knife from hand. It is a true art, and it requires immense skill. And what you have here is a very good production model of that knife. If you look inside here, as you can see, just extensive milling all throughout the handle down here. If you look just above my thumbnail there, you can see all the milled out area. And what that does is you don't really lose much strength at all in the handle, but what you gain is a much lighter handle, a very well-balanced knife, and that is kind of what you have here. I would venture to say the handle is actually a little lighter than the knife. Maybe not. Very well-balanced, though. Feels very good in hand. A very nice pocket clip that is flat, no hot spots, in and out of the pocket just fine. everything about this knife, from every angle, wherever you look at it, it is just extremely visually attractive due to all that CNC work and all the touches of detail along the knife. It really is a work of art, and this is completely from Snex. And from what I heard, he was very, very particular in how the construction and design of this knife was done. He didn't want to cut any corners, and it's pretty obvious that they did not. And what you had is just what you have is an excellent result, and something that is a very unique action, very smooth, kind of thunky, thwacky sound that you get. Just very, very good, kind of a muffled thwack. And what you have in here up by the detent area is definitely a bigger detent ball than most other knives, and you notice that when you're deploying the blade. If you guys have seen my review of this, I point that out. Definitely feels very different on deployment. I don't know how available these knives still are brand new. I really don't. It would be worth looking into, but definitely one I'd recommend if you want kind of a little bit of a higher end knife with kind of that unique custom feel. You do have that. I'm not saying that this feels like one of Snex Customs, but it just feels really good in hand. Very smooth, excellent Wharncliffe blade, and overall just a fantastic offering from WE and Snex. Now, next up, I'm going to be carrying a knife that I reviewed here just recently. I think I uploaded the review on Saturday, and that is the Artisan Cutlery Sirius. And this one really, really got my attention from the moment I took it out of the box. And guys, I absolutely love this knife. For $70, you get an amazing little blade that is a great front flipper, an excellent thumb flipper, and just so slim and thin and fits in the pocket like a dream, carries like a dream. Guy has a very nice pocket clip that isn't super deep carry, but it's deep carry enough for me. It's a nice plain pocket clip. It goes very well with the design of the knife. You have that nice little pop of copper up here at the top, which I don't know if this is actual copper or not. I'm really not sure about that. I'd kind of be willing to guess it is, because I don't think copper is crazy expensive. And it really does look like true copper to me. Doesn't look to be anodized, but again, that is just my my thought on that. But the action on this is just killer. It has a very, very nice smooth close and a nice detent, using Artisan Cutlery's AR RPM 9 steel, which so far I have not heard any real gripes about it. I think it works just fine. Definitely seems to take care of or help prevent corrosion. Definitely not a very corrosive steel, and it's just a very, very nice piece. Definitely you see a lot of that Ray Laconico design in it, and the way that blade kicks out, man, I can't get over that. I just love the placement of that thumb stud in relation to the pivot. You kind of give it that little angle push and flies out. And an excellent sized blade, a very slicey knife with a somewhat rather thin stock to begin with. It's just an excellent knife. It's definitely, without a doubt, one of my favorite knives of the year. Probably going to see this later on in my Knife of the Year awards at some point for some reason. It's going to be really hard to keep this one out of there. It's going to be really hard to keep it out of my pocket as well. That is the Artisan Cutlery Sirius. And go back and watch my review on this, guys. If you like more premium knives, they have a premium version of this. They actually have a couple of premium versions, one with thumb studs, one without. Some with micarta, some with all titanium. This one has G10, S35V and steel on other models. It really is a mishmash of awesomeness. So definitely worth checking out the Artisan Cutlery Sirius. Now, we have a battle of the blades coming with the Sirius, and with this knife right here, this is the Civivi. Why can't I, wow. The name has escaped me on this one. I haven't carried it in quite a while. The Imperium, the Civivi Imperium. Jeez, it's been a while since I've had this one in the pocket, but this one is by far the closest competition to the Sirius. And originally, a while back, I was going to do a Battle of the Blades with the Imperium and the Civivi Lazar, the other design from Elijah Isham that's also a front flipper. I'm gonna not do that one, guys, because I like the Imperium so much. I can tell you right now, I would take the Imperium over the Lazar rather easily. So I don't want to take up time I don't have to make that video. I love making you guys content, but only if I feel that it's worth my time. That one, the more I think about it, the more I've carried the Imperium and the Lazar, I can easily say that I would take the Imperium over the Lazar. And I didn't think I'd say that at first, but there's just no really denying it. Love these thumb studs, love this blade, this Nitro V steel. The handle is good. Nice combination of thickness and slenderness along the handle. You got the CVV deep carry pocket clip. And overall, just a very nice, simple drop point blade shape that I find to be very attractive. So very, very nice offering. The CVV Imperium will be in the pocket this week as well. And you will also see a Battle of the Blades with the Artisan Cutlery Series, which I think will make for one of the better Battle of the Blades I've had on this channel, at least in terms of the knives that I truly enjoy and like to carry. I love front flippers. I love thumb studs. I love a good budget knife, and these two knives are all of that in one excellent package. So that will be a Battle of the Blades you don't want to miss. And we are down to our last knife of the week. That is none other than the ProTech Malibu. It's been a while since I've had this one in the pocket too, and I have a confession to make, guys. When it comes to automatics, it's hard for me to say, but I'm just kind of falling out of love with automatics, including OTFs. OTFs and, out the side autos, they're still great knives. They have a very important spot in the community for people with, maybe anyone with arthritis or stiff hands or issues with their hands. It's a great solution for them, and it's a great solution for a lot of people that just need super quick deployment, or just like the fact that they just like automatic knives, and there's nothing wrong with that. But me personally, I'm kind of falling out of love with them, but that's the beauty of the ProTech Malibu. It's made by the amazing ProTech, who does everything to the best of quality, sourced, made in America. They have so many amazing attributes to the company and how much they support the knife community as well. I'm so happy that they have the Malibu, which is completely manual with a killer detent on that push button. Some of the best action you will ever experience on a push button knife, and I don't care what comes out in the future either. I'm gonna tell you that right now. The action on a Malibu is so unique. If anything, to be honest, if I had to compare this detent to anything, I would probably compare it to a Sharp by Design, like a Void or something like that, with that Brian Nadeau detent system in there, because that's an incredible action, a very unique action, and this is somewhat like that. I just love this knife. I really, really do, especially considering that it's completely made in America for that, I believe, $200 price tag, if I remember right, $190, $200 price tag, something like that. It's kind of escaping me right now, but very good value, very good fit and finish, quality, and overall, it's just an awesome knife. And the action, again, it's ridiculously fidgety. It's just a knife that you can do this all day, and it's a very fun knife to fidget with. And on top of that, it has an excellent edge and a great blade that will put in good work for you. So it's really hard to go wrong with ProTech Malibu. The biggest challenge right now is finding one. So unfortunately, I don't have any leads or anything any good news to give you guys there. I don't know what the status is on these Malibus. I just hope ProTech keeps making them, and I hope they make a lot more button lock design knives or different models, because they do the best job I've ever handled in terms of any button lock. It's just fantastic. So there you go, guys. There's my carry for the week. We got the Malibu, we got the Imperium, we got the Sirius, we've got the Weesnex Mini Buster, and we have the Nas Black Void Opus coming back for another week. So there you go, guys. Let me know what you think. Let me know what's in your pocket. I hope you enjoyed this one. I hope you guys have a killer week, and until the next one, I'm out.